Gift giving can be stressful, especially if you don't know where to start. But if you have an aquarist in your life, I've got a list of great gift ideas for them at a variety of price points. No matter where they are, experience-wise, or what they already have, they'll probably still appreciate some of this stuff, even if it means they're getting a backup. Stay tuned, we're gonna get started real shortly. Hi there! Hilary here for Waterlogged on behalf of SaltwaterAquarium.com. If you didn't already catch part 1 of this 2-part list, make sure to go back and watch part 1 so that you don't miss any of these great gift ideas. Let's go ahead and get started on number 11. Now, in part 1, I talked about those glasses that you can get, but another great option that you can get that aquarist in your life is one of these lens clips. This hooks right on your phone, so any photos that they're going to be taking of their corals are going to show up and look beautiful. It comes with a bunch of different accessories and different lenses, so I highly recommend getting one of those, especially if it comes with a carrying case. Now, these are a little bit more expensive than those glasses. They're going to run you around $30 and up, but I definitely recommend them. It is a must-have piece for any aquarist. The 12th item on my list today is the Vivid Creative Aquatics vacuum cleaner attachment kit. Now, SaltwaterAquarium.com has made this super easy. They have paired that Vivid Creative Aquatics attachment with a Seche pump, and it's going to make it super easy. You don't have to worry about whether you have a pump that already fits that attachment. You're good to go. So go ahead and get that kit. It's going to run you about $55. The 13th thing on my list today is a coral frag transport container. I gotta say, these have been super beneficial and super helpful over the past few years, especially if your aquarist friend goes to trade shows or even goes to their local fish store and purchases corals. It's a great way to have a secure container to bring the corals back home with them, and there's several different options when it comes to sizes for these guys. Now, typically they'll start around $30, so check out what the different offerings are and get one that is going to suit their needs. Okay, number 14 on this great gift list is a Smart Stir. If your friend uses titration test kits all the time, this is a wonderful tool to have. It's going to help to mix that water as you're titrating and adding those drops of solution in there. So it's a lot less work that you have to do, and it's kind of fun. It's like chemistry in the home. Now, these are going to run you about $35, so consider those if your friend uses a lot of titration test kits. Now, along those same lines are test kits. We should always be testing the water in our tank. Water chemistry is so important. And so having backup test kits, some of the popular ones would be, say, a nitrate test kit. For reef tanks in particular, you're going to want to make sure you have magnesium and calcium and alkalinity, pH. If they don't already have a refractometer, that's another great option to get. So depending on the test kit that you're getting and the different brand, usually they're going to run about $15 a piece. So it's great for a bunch of different price points. You can get one or you can get multiples. Item number 16 on my list is a poly pad or a poly filter. Now, I don't use these things all the time, but I love having them on hand just in case. If you are using copper in your system, or if you think something's gone wrong or your source water goes bad, it's really great to have a poly filter. You can pop it in your tank and it's going to quickly remove those toxins and help to get your tank back up and running. It's a great thing to have as a backup. It's not something that we always purchase for ourselves, so it would definitely be appreciated, especially to have in those emergency kits. All right, moving on to number 17, and that is a gift card for Livestock. I would kind of discourage you from purchasing Livestock for someone else unless you know exactly what they want, unless it's a very specific thing. I would go ahead and get a gift card for them. Now, SaltwaterAquarium.com has a huge variety of livestock. We offer coral, we have our own coral farm. If you haven't seen those videos of visiting the coral farm, make sure to check those out. But we do have our own coral that we farm. We also work with ACI and ORA to provide you a huge variety of gorgeous corals for your tank. Now, if corals aren't what you're looking for, maybe you need cleanup crew or other fun invertebrates for your reef tank or fowler tank. We do have a variety of cleanup crew members for sale, and we're adding to that list all the time. And if you're looking for fish, well, we've got those too. So make sure to check out the website. We update that on a fairly regular basis. Go ahead, get your friend a Livestock gift card. That way they can pick out exactly what they want. And if they're looking for something even more specific, say a designer clownfish from ORA, you can reach out to us and we'll help you figure out how to get that and make it happen. Okay, the 18th item on my list is one of those tools that I don't know what I would do if I didn't have it. They're a little bit pricey. These start out around $80 and work their way up. A lot of times the price is dependent on how thick your glass is because you need a stronger magnet. And what I'm talking about is a magnetic glass cleaner. We are always having to clean the glass or the acrylic on our tanks, and having a cleaner to help us do that without getting our hands wet is so awesome. There's a piece on the outside, you just pull it across, and the piece on the inside cleans as you go. It's super easy. Now, when you're purchasing these for someone, you want to make sure you know if their tank is glass or if it's acrylic, because there's two different types of cleaners for these, and you want to know how thick the glass is. Because if the cleaner is a weaker one, it's not going to fit through something that has a thicker tank. So kind of take a measurement on the top. It'll give you a good idea of what size magnet you need, or you could even give another gift card for one of these. Okay, moving right along, number 19 on my list is a heater. Now, you're probably thinking, well, shouldn't their tank already have a heater? And the answer is yes, they probably do already have a heater. However, the most inconvenient time is usually when heaters and pumps go out and you're left scrambling trying to find a new one. The stores are already closed. And to have that peace of mind that you have a spare heater just in case, I can't tell you how much peace that brings. So a 100-watt heater is going to be able to heat up about 40 gallons of tank, and theirs are going to run you around $60. Now they go up in price and wattage from there, so if you know what size tank your friend has, go ahead and do a quick search. A lot of that is usually in the description of those heaters themselves, so you can get whatever one is best suited for their tank. All right, number 20, like I said, the most inconvenient times is when things tend to go out, and that also goes for power heads and pumps. Even if they have backups, it never hurts to have a spare pump when it comes to, say, mixing salt water or helping to create water movement within your tank. Now, there's a huge variety of pumps that are out there on the market, and the same goes with those different power heads and wave makers. On average, these things are going to start around $30 and work their way up from there, depending on the size and the strength of them. But even if you just go with a small basic one, I can guarantee you it's going to be appreciated. Okay, I'm curious to know, have I included the gifts that you would give a fellow hobbyist? Yes or no? If I missed some, please leave them below in the comments. And also tell me what gifts you've gotten as an aquarist that you really love that have just made your life so much easier and were just super thoughtful. Okay, that's going to conclude this video about the great gifts that you can give an aquarist. I really appreciate you watching. This has been Hilary for Waterlogged on behalf of SaltwaterAquarium.com.